Welcome to Phazon Labs, the internet's premier Metroid Futurist podcast, powered by the World 1-1 Podcast Network. I am, as always, your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me this week is my fellow lab rat, Michael, Ice Beam Incident again. Yeah, I know. And our special guest lab partner today, from the wonderful world of Twitch, Susie Grace.
Hi! I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
This all feels familiar. Deja vu.
Glitch in the Matrix.
So for first-time listeners, if you've just landed here at Phazon Labs, we every week take a new Metroid idea and we play with it, we workshop it, we title it, and we pray to the gods that we never wait another 19 years for a new Metroid game again. And maybe one of our ideas might, help mitigate that. So our guest this week, Susie, has brought with her a pitch for a new Metroid game and new ideas. So let's see what you got, and then we'll have some fun with it.
Okay, so here is an idea. A Metroid dating sim where you are Samus, but all the romance options are classic Metroid / Metroid alien / monsters. So...
I think you got Michael's attention.
I want him to date Crocodile, damn it.
Bosses included, apparently.
Crocodile deserves love, too.
I mean, don't they all deserve love? I mean, isn't that probably why they're so angry? Because they just want someone to love them.
Yes.
I think of all the baddies that I found. Everybody's so angry with you. And maybe if you just gave them some attention, maybe everything would just be okay. But then, of course, if you spurn them, then I think things would get even worse. I don't know. Because then you throw the X parasite in there, and then everything's just going to go even crazier, right?
That's how you get in trouble with dating their twin sister.
The what?
The X parasites. They can mimic everything.
Yes. Yep. True.
It's not quite dating sim, but you said it, and the immediate thought of Samus and Ravenbeak and at the father-daughter dance.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. Yep. There you go.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
So let's play with this. How deep does this go? Do we start with Tinder levels of compatibility, or are we doing that whole Match.com with 32 points of compatibility comparison?
Oh man, you could kind of do like a crossover. I don't know exactly how Tinder works. Is Tinder the one where you just swipe?
Yeah, they pretty much all are now.
Are they really? Okay, so it's kind of like Tinder is basically like you look at the person and it's just kind of a split-second decision. Like I like the look of that person, I don't like the look of that person, or whatever. I mean, gosh, I would think I'd say you'd have to go a little deeper. I'd say it should probably, because we're talking about monsters / aliens here. So obviously looking like right off the bat, I think you'd probably not swipe on all of them. But I think if we went a little deeper into like points, interests, things like that, then maybe we could find something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe one of these creatures shares the same interests as Samus, or you, I guess.
I feel like a great way to go about this would be if you have to create all the dating profiles for the different creatures and assorted characters in hopes that you can get Samus to swipe right on them.
So are you saying that you don't control Samus? You wouldn't control Samus. You would control like all the dating profiles, and the goal of the game is to get Samus to swipe, left on you?
Swipe right.
Swipe right is the good one? Yep. Choose the right? Okay. I didn't think about that. That's interesting. Like coming up with
Try and figure out what's Samus's type.
Yeah, how do you figure out what Samus's type is, even? Like, how do you even do that?
Multiple
what does Samus
eyes,
need?
liquid tongue, doesn't like lava baths.
Can't handle being cold. You know, must live in an extremely warm place. Yeah, what does Samus even need? She doesn't need anything. She can take care of herself. She is a strong, independent woman. I don't even know. But I think that's great. You got to try and figure out like what Samus, what she likes. Does she like long walks on beaches?
Long walks down cramped corridors.
Long walks down cramped corridors. Long walks away from Emmys. Long walks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Does she ever take her suit off? Like what? I don't even know. I don't know. But
I think you're right though. From there, I would love to just watch the hilarity of Samus dating, you know, one of these little creatures, and this creature trying to woo her. If the date goes poorly, they get power bombed.
Yes, power bomb to ensure there is absolutely nothing left. Absolutely nothing left.
There can be no record of bad dates.
She's like, no. She's in what she's in like a gown. They're at dinner and she's like,
But it's still her power suit. It's a gown, but it's still her power suit.
That's true,
Yes.
because she doesn't have the upgrades without her power suit. That is
Right.
true. She can't do all that cool fancy stuff. Show me a power suit that can also have an upgrade as a ball gown.
I'm
Or as like
picturing a Disney
you know.
princess style power suit.
Yeah, show me that suit. That's what I want to buy my daughter for Christmas. Like, come on, you want a Samus suit? I mean, I guess you could get Zero suits, and I guess you could. My mother-in-law could probably. My mother-in-law is extremely talented. She's very creative. She's a seamstress, really, really creative, and she could probably make a sweet, actual like Varia suit. Varia. I had a really hard
Either
time
works.
pronouncing all the names in Metroid Dread.
I know, I giggled so hard. It was wonderful.
I butchered all of them. It wasn't, yeah. So, you know, but it's
I think too, if you get to like certain dating milestones, you try and keep the game progressing. You have to figure out the right time to give gifts, and each gift is just another one of her abilities or upgrades.
Yeah. You're like, okay, I feel like you can handle having this. But see, what if you give the ability that is your downfall?
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess not all of them are negative. Like her, what is it? The morph ball. That's not negative.
Morph ball,
So-
space jump. Those are pure mobility.
At least you know she could save you if there was like she could take anything down. So wherever you go, like you're safe, unless you upset her, like apparently. And then unless you break her heart, and then she power bombs you, and then that's it. You're done.
If you beat the game, your reward ending screen is going to be like wedding photos. Samus and the creature.
Gosh, you think of all the different Metroid games and all the different creatures. There are so many. I mean, all that's popping into my head right now is Dread, but that's because that was the most recent one I played. But when you think of like all the Prime series, and you think of Super Metroid, and you think of the original, and then you think of like the Metroids in and of themselves.
Yep.
Wow. Samus has lots to choose from. Space Pirates. I mean, there's gotta be one or two Space Pirates. It's like, that Samus chick sounds pretty cool. I don't know why we're fighting. Like, she seems pretty cool. I'm saying that for a friend. Seems like a cool person, maybe. I don't know.
Samus and Thardus go to the drive-in together.
Yes. They have to get Mother Brain's blessing.
Oh, just wait until they hit that elusive 11th date and they go out for matching tattoos.
Do you think a tattoo would bother Samus at all? I don't think so. I don't think she would flinch. A tattoo sounds terrifying to me, but I don't know. After everything Samus has been through, I don't think a tattoo would have any.
Tattoo appointment's a lazy day for her.
Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, that's what I do to relax. It's kind of like acupuncture. It's fine.
Pretty much. There's a reason it's called therapy. So, oh Lord, So I am not, well, God, this is where Eddie would be super handy. I'm sitting here trying to think of all the dating games and sims out there.
I will be honest, I've never played one in my life. I've never played a dating sim. So I'm not really.
I broached the subject, the genre, with one game for about 2 hours at Eddie's suggestion, actually. And it was only because
Just the geriatric.
Yeah, Later Daters.
Yeah.
Later
I bought
Daters.
that game. Yeah. The opening credits music alone was worth the purchase of that game. But no, I feel like there's got to be a good developer out there that's their genre, that they could totally knock this out of the park and put something into it. I also think, aside from Other M, this would probably be the most she would ever talk again.
I mean, maybe.
Get 2 sentences this time.
So I did not hear great things about the Other M, and that was part of it. I think if you're gonna add voice acting, you got to add it pretty early on. You can't have a silent protagonist be silent. It's like making Link speak. Like, I just feel like I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I never played Other M. I just heard that the voice acting was not a great addition. So
it was not.
Maybe we would hear her speak, maybe not. I really liked the way they did it in Dread. That was really well done.
Oh, God bless. Hearing her speak in Shizodian was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was really, really great. It was great. I don't know. I've never played a dating sim before. I've never played a dating game before. So I don't really know how it would all... I don't know how that would all work, but... I'm having visions of like somehow, and this is so unrelated, but in my head, this is what my visions are. I'm having visions of like the old school games I used to play as a small child on my computer, where like Barbie is on one side, and then there are like different like accessories and things on the other side, and you have to like click and drag. Obviously, we've come a long way, but you know. Or you think of like actual dating game shows, like where they're sitting behind curtains, you know.
Oh God,
that'd
be a great way to go with some of this too, honestly.
Creature number 1. I really enjoy walking down cramped corridors with my gun aimed at everything that moves. What do you enjoy?
Flying back and forth along the same pattern over and over and over.
Yes.
Being frozen and using as a platform.
Yeah. Killing bounty hunters. I mean, no.
I mean, not killing bounty hunters.
Not killing bounty hunters. Other bounty hunters. I didn't mean you. Well, excuse me, princess.
I think we need to play this in a weird way, though, that she, for some reason, is forced to go along with this, even though she's horrified by the concept. So all these suitors keep showing up, offering weird gifts and trying to say sweet things, but it just gets crazier and crazier as it goes on.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like showing up on a planet, right? And so I'm imagining Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, right? So she shows up on the planet, she meets the Luminoth, and he's like, "Here, you need to help us. All of our energy has been taken to these 3 temples by the Dark Ing." Can you imagine if she showed up on some planet and he was like, "Well, if you were to help us, my child, you need to find a suitor we need to find you a suitor because you need somehow this union will help our planet in some way." Can you imagine the look on Samus' face? Just her eyes.
What it is.
Through her visor.
I have the setup for this in my head as to why she gets subjected to this. Is after a very long and tiring day, Samus and Dark Samus are sitting at the bar having drinks and talking, and Dark Samus is pressuring her into blind dates.
I knew it.
Exactly.
I knew it.
Dark Samus is pressuring her into blind dates with various denizens of the assorted planets that she's blown up over the years.
At this point, can we play it like a weird episode of Friends?
Maybe it's a bet. Maybe Dark Samus is like, "Listen, I'll bet you, with all your planets you've blown up and all the baddies you've beaten, I'll bet you couldn't go on a single date with with anything. Anything. And Samus is like, oh yeah? Yeah? You really think that? Well,
I could get a
I
date
will
if I
show
wanted.
you. Maybe she goes to a planet where everything is just, maybe it's almost like the X-Parasite, but it's like a love potion. It has like a love potion effect. So like everything she comes across just falls madly in love with her. Maybe not love, because if you read the Harry Potter series, he talks about you can't, who says this? Is it Dumbledore? He says you can't actually or is it Slughorn? You can't actually bottle love, but what a love potion really does is just make an obsession, like an intense obsession. So maybe she just comes across some like highly obsessed creatures? I don't know.
That's kind of the baby Metroid already, highly obsessed.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. Although, well, yeah, that is. I don't know. It would be wild. This took the crazy, like, I seriously cannot believe how crazy of a turn this took. It's true. You throw out one idea and man, look at all the different things you can do with it. That's great. That's super great.
Like I said, if we can figure out how to make Farmville work, we can work with anything.
Oh man, I would totally play a Metroid Farmville where you can like raise all the little baddies. It would be so cute if it were pixelated too. I would love it. Like Stardew Valley type, cute, cozy animation. But you're raising like Metroids and you're raising like, all the little baddies that you come across. Maybe not the super intense baddies. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to go and like tame the really, really bad ones. I don't know. But I would play the heck out of that. I think that would be really fun. But who knows? Maybe someday. You slide that envelope under his door and you.
That's right.
We'll see what comes of that.
It's entirely dumb, but I'm hearing weird, almost Muzak versions of Metroid music playing during this game too, as you're going through the menus and the dialogue trees.
That sounds terrible, but also awesome at the same time.
That's a whole new music. That's a whole new music project that needs to exist. We've already got Metroid Metal. Next, Metroid Muzak.
There's a channel on YouTube that does like ye oldie Renaissance. No, not even Renaissance. Like Bard type versions of all these popular songs. Medieval. That's what it is. Maybe we need like a medieval Metroid soundtrack as well. That would be fantastic. That's interesting. Kind of off the topic, but. Talking about different Metro. I do like the idea of Muzak, Metroid Muzak. With like
we've got a friend of the show that has made something of a name for himself doing Metroid music covers. So I'm gonna shoot him a message tomorrow and be like, "Yo, Holmes, new idea."
Anything is possible. Anything's possible if you believe.
Yep. So
starts with an idea, tiny idea. Anything's possible.
Amen.
Apparently we're gonna set Samus up with some, I don't know. Crocomire.
Yes. It's not just any Crocomire. It's got to be Isabel's plushie Crocomire.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's a lot cuter. I mean.
Oh, that could be the ending of the game. When she finally figures it out and decides on which one, it pans out. It's just a child Samus playing with stuffed animals.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. Like Barbie and Ken, like yes. like figuring it out. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that. That's so great. That is the best.
Our adult Samus in this picture is kind of in the background, baking in the kitchen, with a stand mixer attachment shoved into the arm cannon to mix the bowl.
Oh my gosh. That's so great. I know, imagine Samus in the kitchen. Samus, with wearing like a flowered apron over her Varia suit.
Yep.
An apron with little Metroids on it.
The apron says "Kiss the Crocomire."
Whatever it was, yeah. From whoever she ended up with. I don't know. Here, I brought you these carnivorous flowers from planet Zebes. I don't know. Whatever.
Space pirates on the back porch working the grill.
Yes. Oh my god.
Beer and claw.
It's like the Metroid homestead.
Yes.
The Samus,
At that
the
point,
Samus
the
homestead.
sequel version is just going to be like Samus The Sims.
Yes. The Samus Sims. Oh, I love it. I love it. I would honestly,
There's
as
a
crazy
future
as it
episode
sounds,
of this.
I would totally play that. I totally would. Simply because it's Samus, and it for all the ridiculousness, I would play it. I would totally play it. That's so funny. Setting Samus up.
So what do we call this insanity? We got to give this a title.
About a title. Samus.
Pocket Rider's Revenge.
I got one for you. Metroid SR380 date.
SR380.
I hate you so much, but that's perfect.
Samus, Metroid. Oh, I wish I was clever enough to come up with some title. That's a great title. Samus. I like the name Samus Sim. I mean, Samus Sims. Samus. Well, all I can think of is the Samus Homestead, but that would be like the sequel that comes after, right?
Sultry Samus Swipe Simulator.
I like that one. I actually like that one better than the other one.
There you go. We've got a title for this mess.
Yep.
It is the Sultry. God, that's going to be a great episode title to put up in the feed when this goes up tomorrow.
There you go.
I didn't think anything was going to take the cake from Farmville, but here we are.
I'm happy. I actually got that idea from my sister, who actually came up with multiple ideas, but I just kind of picked one out of the 7 or 8 she sent me. And
well,
I'm actually really glad I picked that one. That was great.
Well, let her know that if she wants to come share some of these herself, reach out and get in touch, and we'll start wrapping this up for this week. And if anybody else wants to get in touch and jump on and do an episode with us and bring us your pitch for a brand new Metroid game, you can reach out to us and drop us a message over on Twitter at Phazon Labs, all spelled out, all one word. And I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in this week. Thank you to my friends Michael and Susie for coming and hanging out with me. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode of Phazon Labs. See y'all next mission. Peace!